Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. Ito si Kristan at ngayong araw na ito, pag-uusapan naman natin ang mga budol o mga scams. And I have with me one of the most experienced when it comes to budol, in a good way and in a bad way. I have with me Daniela, who is the budol queen. Welcome to the show, Daniela.
Ang ganda naman ng intro mo sa akin.
Na magaling ka mambudol o magaling nabubudol ka?
Parehas, pero most of the time, magaling ako mangbudol.
Okay. Pero what does that mean ba when you say budol? Baka mamaya people might take it the wrong way na nambubudol ka ba ng mga tao? Yun ba ibig ko sabihin o hindi?
Uy, hindi naman ganon. Usually, ewan ko, but when I meet people publicly, they would just say na, uy, nabudol mo ako sa ganito, sa ganyan. Pero yung totoo, parang nagkukwento lang ako sa friend when I post videos online.
Okay. Ano yung mga greatest budol mo when you talk about mga friends mo na nabudol o mga followers mo na nabudol mo?
Meron recently, kasi di ba mainit ngayon, meron akong video na ginawa. I was talking about this wet wipe that you can use for when you're outdoors. Okay? So para siyang gagamitin mo siya for your underarms, for your kilikili, for your neck kapag mainit, and may cooling sensation kasi yun. So a lot of people, kapag nainitan sila sa labas, yun yung ginagamit nila.
Wow! May ganon?
Merong ganon.
Pati ako na-curious tuloy ako. Galing mo nga mambudol kasi ngayon napaisip ako, okay yun If it's available on Shopee, I'm gonna post the link in the description
Please do. I'll send you the Shopee link para makita nila sa'yo.
Oo, tapos kung gusto nila bilhin, pwede nila bilhin yun.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
It has a cooling effect. Pero wala naman siyang baka harsh chemicals or anything in it.
Wala naman. And alam ko yung gusto ng mga tao doon kasi when you use it, it's not sticky. Kasi madaming existing wet wipes in the market na malagkit siya pag ginamit mo. Malagkit ka na nga kasi mainit. Tapos malagkit ka pa ulit.
Ito, pag wipe mo, parang tuyo talaga afterwards.
Para kang may powder.
Oh,
Yun yung sabi nila Before I make videos for budol, I use it personally muna.
Okay. So that's the latest one you did, the latest
Yes.
budol. Okay. And then what are the other ones that you've done na parang, na people appreciated or parang bestsellers mo?
It has to be the Jisoo Life, the fan. I have it with me, andun sa bag ko, because I use it every time I go out. Even nga pag nasa loob ng bahay when I do my makeup, or kapag nag-iihaw kami. Lagi sa K-barbecue, ginagamit ko yung electric fan para maluto agad yung food.
And it's, why is that a big budol? Because mura lang siya?
Well, kasi it's very, marami siyang pwedeng paggamitan. Pwede mo siya gamitin sa sarili mo or pwede mo siya gamitin pag pag nagluluto ka, basta pag nainitan ka sa labas. And it's very handy. I feel like yun yung pinaka reason why a lot of people buy it is because you could bring it anywhere. Before, nung wala pang Jisoo Life, I would bring a mini fan with me.
Right.
Yung pang-emergency. Kapag pupunta ako sa events. Kaya tinatawanan ako ng partner ko kasi ba't ang laki daw ng electric fan. Tapos, ang init-init sa labas. But then when people see me use it, they're like, oh, that's very smart of you. Because, it's very hot.
Yeah, it is. It's been very hot lately nga And I'm sure that fan, malakas siya talaga.
Yes.
Different settings and matagal yung battery life and everything. Kaya that's why it's a good fan to bring with you.
Yeah. And I
At
feel
saka
like
tahimik.
yan yung parang one of my best performing videos on TikTok is comparing the different kinds of Jisoo Life.
Okay. You mean best performing as in sales?
Both.
Oh, wow.
Even the views. And parang umabot yata ng 7 million.
Views?
And that's organic. That's a very successful video, especially if it's organic.
Ang galing. Alam mo nga, hindi na nga ako nagbebenta masyado sa TikTok Kasi, I haven't had time to make TikTok videos. If you can look at my videos, parang every month,
Sa'yo ako natuto paano magbudol because of your TikTok videos.
Yeah, pero ako naman, it's like, I haven't found any product that I cared to review.
Pahiramin kita. Tapos,
sige.
So you can use it.
Yeah, so ngayon, nakita ko lang na gusto kong bilhin ngayon. May nakita akong luggage.
Okay.
Na parang maganda siya. It looks like one of those, ano yung mga mamahalin na luggage? Yung,
Rimowa?
Yeah, yung parang Rimowa, yung itsura. Okay. Tapos, yung mukhang matibay yung gulong. So I was like, I asked for a sample para I can review it. Yeah, but normally kasi nga, I haven't had the chance to look at products that I'm like, uy, okay to. I get invitations. Di ba you get invitations
Correct.
from mga merchants. Mga nakukuha ko parang, oh, would you like to review this or a sample for makeup? I'm like, well, do I look like I need makeup? Or pambata, mga baby clothes. I'm like,
Mga
oh,
payong, ganun.
yeah, so
Okay.
it's like nothing that I'm like, I don't really care to get that. And I don't even want to get sometimes free samples kasi I don't want the obligation of having to make a video na hindi ko pa nga alam kung okay ba sa akin yun o hindi.
Oo.
Di ba? Ang hirap nun. Pag nilibre ka tapos you're required to make a video and what are you going to say? Ang pangit pala na itong pinadala
Di
sa
lalong
akin. No? Di ba? Hindi naman pwede, di ba? So, that's why. So, interesting yun. And alam mo, Daniela, ang napansin ko lang with me naman, when I see your content, well, for people that don't know, no, you started with mga jokes, with mga puns.
Correct.
Pero nakita ko yung mga jokes mo, nakakatawa nga. That's how you started. And that's how you're able to gain a following.
Correct.
Okay. And then, what happened after that? Ano nangyari sa, sa influencer or KOL career mo after doing the puns?
Because of that, I really gained my following kasi it was spontaneous, it was fun, a lot of people could relate to humor. And then from there, I was like, I really wanted to experiment more on beauty, tech, lifestyle. And especially naman, even before pa, ganito na talaga ako. Madaldal talaga ako with my friends. Kaya nabubudol din sila. Nung hindi pa nauso yung word nabudol, nang bubudol na ako. So parang what I'm doing now, when I started doing it online, with my phone, it really translated and people were really able to resonate with that. Kaya doon na ako pumunta. From puns, naging chika na, naging tech boodles na, naging informational videos. Yan yung mga mahilig ko gawin yung videos na yun.
Okay. And your biggest platform now is?
I would say TikTok.
TikTok?
Doon din ako nag-start.
Doon ba? Hindi ba sa IG?
Hindi. Sabay-sabay yan. Pero I really, really started on TikTok. And then I would cross-post everything.
Okay. And do you speak Tagalog normally or English?
Taglish, usually.
Taglish.
May ibang English, yung iba Taglish, yung iba pure Tagalog.
Okay.
It really depends on what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Kasi I want to be comfortable then. How I deliver it.
So the Boodle Queen tag, when did that happen?
I think when I started meeting people and then they would say that all the time. Pag nakita nila ako, si Daniela, uy, binudol mo ko dun sa laptop stand. Ang galing kasi magkukwento talaga sila. Parang, and then ako naman, natutuwa ako kasi lahat ng sabihin ko sa video, parang nag-agree naman sila. So, yun din para important sa akin na honest yung reviews ko.
Okay. Binudol mo nga ako kanina lang eh. Ako at yung partner ko naman, yung aking minamahal, nabudol kaming dalawa dahil sa'yo eh. May pinakita siya sa aming Tumblr na may parang magnetic stand. Tama ba yun? Magnetic stand that sticks to the phone. Any phone ba? Or does it have to be an iPhone or pwede ba yun sa Samsung?
Actually, may mga nabibili ngayon na parang it's called a magnet and then you put it on your phone. For example, you're not an iPhone user. You put the magnet at the
Parang
back of
may
your phone.
judgment yung
Sorry.
you're not an iPhone user. Aray, okay.
Nabibili yun, yung magnet na yun, and then you just put it behind your phone. And then you can attach it na.
Yeah, okay yun. Pag makita nyo guys, maybe I'll put a little here on the side.
I-link mo rin.
And I'll put a link to this. Grabe, dami na akong mga budol ngayon dahil sa'yo. Okay. So yes, you are living up to the Boodle Queen name. Pero I wanted to ask you, aside from yung mga ganyang budol, okay, paano naman the dark side of the budol? There's a lot of people na nabubudol talaga ngayon. For the same reason na nabubudol sila to buy some really good stuff. Marami nabubudol because nga ang daming mga nambubudol ngayon. You have had a lot of experiences also with being scammed, right?
Yes, correct. I think yun ang laging topic namin pag pinag-usapan namin yung budol among my friends. Because I want them to be informed also na may ganito palang klaseng budol, which is yung hindi maganda.
Okay, pero you don't talk about that on your social media or do you talk about it on social media as well?
I also talk about it. So sabay naman, but just that not everyone sees kasi what I post online. So I just share the story online and offline.
So okay, so sige, what is the worst budol that happened to you?
I think yung worst would have to be, I think we call it the middleman scam. So we buy and sell shoes kasi my partner has a big collection of shoes. And may nag-inquire in one of the buy and sell platforms. It was my account, not my partner's. So I was the one managing it. May nag-inquire. Sabi, hi boss, magkano yan? Ganyan, ganyan. And then, can you send more photos? And because kapag sa shoes kasi medyo meticulous kasi madaming fake, di ba?
Yes.
So I would send a lot of photos proving, that the shoes were original. And then sabi nung buyer, sige, iset na natin. So, nag-book kami ng Lalamove. And then, pagdating ng Lalamove, sabi nung buyer, I will send the payment once the Lalamove is there. Kasi that's how you
Right.
make sure na hindi ka ma-scam eh. So,
Yep.
para sa amin naman, okay, fine. So, pagdating ng Lalamove, sabi namin, Kuya, wait lang ha, kasi kailangan muna namin makita yung proof of payment.
Yes.
Bago namin iabot sa'yo. Kasi once na iabot na namin, wala na sa kamay namin yun. And then, sabi nung rider, sige, tawagan ko yung buyer. And then, nung tinawagan niya yung buyer, the buyer kept screaming na. And then, he was saying na, Kuya, bayad na yan. Kunin mo na yung sapatos. And then, sabi, Kuya, wala pa yung bayad. Parang wag mo muna kunin. And then, since magkaharap kami ng rider, ang sabi ng rider dun sa guy over the phone na, hindi ko po pwedeng gawin yun. Kasi nandito po sa harap ko yung seller at sinasabi niya na walang proof of payment. So, ang nangyari, nadehado si Kuya Lalamove, pati din kami. And then, for us, in our heads, oh, you almost got scammed. Buti na lang. Walang nangyari. And then, yung Lalamove rider, we gave him a tip na lang kasi na-hassle siya. He had to wait. And then, ang ending, hindi niya pinadala dun sa buyer.
Okay.
So, that happened late at night. I would say 8. And then, we were sleeping na ha. And then, may tumawag sa intercom namin ng 2 a.m. Kasi tumawag yung lobby. Sabi, may naghahanap po sa partner ko. Kasi may bisita po dito na nagagalit. And then, we were like, hala, sino yun? Tapos, naririnig namin sa intercom na, nagbayad ako, bakit wala yung sapatos? Ganyan. So, we were so confused because, again, we did not receive the payment.
Right.
So, we went to the lobby. We saw a guy. He was a young guy. And then, he was aggressive and also frustrated. Sabi niya, nagbayad ako ng 12K, ba't hindi niyo pinadala yung sapatos kanina? Nang sa-scam ba kayo? Ganyan. And then, so we started talking and was like, teka, bakit 12K yung sapatos? Ang selling price namin, 15K.
Okay.
So, doon na kami nagtaka na, something's not right. And the guys got our address and everything. So, doon na namin na pagtanto na, hala, may middleman pala kaming kausap. Nagets mo?
Hindi siya yung kausap nyo.
Hindi. And hindi din kami ang kausap niya. Pero fino-forward nung kausap ko yung details namin.
Oh my God. That is crazy.
Parang TV show, di ba?
Oh, so how did you, paano mo nalaman? At na-realize ba niya na hindi kayo yung kausap?
Yes, because he showed us the bank transfer and the name, which was not us.
And he transferred it to somebody else's name, not yours?
Yes.
But he thought he was talking to
Vince.
your partner,
Yeah.
to Vince? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, okay. Then, dun niya na-realize, oh my God, na-scam nga siya.
Oo, kasi una, iba yung presyo. And then, pangalawa, iba yung pangalan. And then, naintindihan din naman nung buyer na, oo nga, na-scam nga ako. So,
Pero buti naman he was calm about it because honestly, kung ako siya, I would think na baka you're scamming me and ikaw nagbigay ka lang ng ibang pangalan para makalusot ka para hindi kita mahabol. That's what, I mean, if I'm already enraged and I just lost 15 grand that I thought I was gonna get you, I may be to that point na, dedemandahin ko pa rin kayo.
oo nga, no. I think because humarap naman kami and hindi naman din kami, hindi namin pinantayan yung niya, yung frustration niya.
Yeah. Vince is a very calm guy. So, at least when I talk to him, he's usually very calm. Okay, so hindi pala kayo yung na-scam.
Correct.
Kasi hindi naman nawala yung pera.
Pero na-involved
Hindi nawala
kami.
yung oo. Yung na-scam, ikaw mismo, na-scam ka na ba na mismo nawalan ka ng pera?
Almost. Meron
Almost.
pang isa. Buti na lang, nagising ako agad. So, alam mo yung minsan busy ka and then may nag-text sa'yo. I think it's called phishing. So, somebody texted saying na, may gumamit ng Union Bank mo to cash in sa, I forgot ko anong casino yun eh.
Okay.
I was at a family gathering, so medyo I was out of it. So, I'm like, sakto, I have this bank and then I know this casino online website. So, I clicked on the link and then lumabas yung login page nung bank na yon. So, nilagay ko yung username, yung password ko.
Oh my God.
Tapos, pag pindot ko nung login, nag-refresh lang. Sabi ko, yung internet ko ba to? Bakit ayaw? So, in-enter ko ulit, di ba? Pag enter ko, ayaw ulit.
Oh my God.
Tapos sabi ko, wait, scam ba to? And then I started clicking because yung logo ng mismong, as in yung page, it looked legit. Like, malinaw yung nakalagay na name. And then pag-click ko nung parang, I guess, kunwari, I forgot my password, hindi na gumagalaw yung page. So, doon ko na-realize na, they saw my password.
So agad-agad, you changed it on the spot?
Oo, tapos nilogin ko na yung galing sa totoong app. And then from there, I changed my password. Nakita ko din doon that they were, kasi you can see the devices that are logged in. May nakita ko doon na hindi ko phone. So kinik ko sila.
Okay. So sige, ganito. So, what is the lesson from the first budol that happened to you with regards to the middleman? Ano lesson natin doon?
Hindi ko alam, Chris.
Okay, sige.
Sobrang galing nila. Wala akong
sige.
sagot.
Ako sasagutin ko
Okay.
na lang. Sige. So, number 1, pag nagbigay ng ibang bank account na hindi ka pangalan nung pinapadalan mo, be cautious na. It's possible naman kasi that, can you send it to my partner's account? Pwedeng ganun eh. So, yes. But be cautious, number 1. Actually, mahirap nga yan eh.
Di ba? Kasi blindsided kami.
Yeah, kasi like, okay, for me naman kasi, pag nagtatransact ako sa Facebook Marketplace, where I buy a lot of products there eh. And I also sell products.
Okay.
Like, I just bought some cameras there. Naalala ko, yung isang red flag sa akin, yung nakita ko yung presyo ng camera, cheaper than everyone else by a mile. Yung, no, that's so cheap. Why are you selling it? Kasi po, hindi ko na kailangan ganyan. I'm buying a new camera. Pero for you to sell it at such a low price outside of the range of everyone else, nakakaduda. Number 1. Number 2, yung pictures parang 2 lang o 3.
Okay.
And number 3, nung sinabi ko na sige, I'll meet you, sabi niya, pick up lang po. Sabi ko, wait a minute, I wanna meet you, I wanna see the product. Bakit hindi pwede? Sabi ko, puntahan kita kahit saan. Ayaw bigay yung address. I was like, wala na. Sabi ko, medyo duda na ako dito. And I will never pay before getting the product pag Facebook. Kasi wala kang guarantee eh. Pero pag mga shopping sites like Lazada or Shopee or TikTok, I'm okay with paying ahead kasi maganda naman yung polisiya nila na mababalik mo yung produkto kung pangit. Pero pag mga Facebook Marketplace, ganon, mas mahirap talaga yon. So you have to be careful. At ang dami mga pages doon na akala mo talaga may binibenta and then what they're trying to do is get you to pay for it talaga kahit mag-down payment and then they'll never send you the product.
Correct.
Yun ang nakakatakot.
Ang daming ganon.
Oo. So talagang kailangan mo ingatan yun. At ang weird talaga pag makita mo yung mga prices of some of the products, you're gonna be wondering, kala mo, oh my God, I'm getting a good sale for this. Ay, nako, ingat ka talaga.
Iba-block ka na after.
Oo, tapos wala na. Hindi mo na makukuha yung product. And that's happened. So, for the viewers, talagang you have to be very careful with yung mga ganyang klaseng budol. Ngayon, susunod naman, what you were talking about, the lesson for that one is, ano sa'yo yung lesson natin dyan?
For the second one?
Yeah.
Don't click links. Kahit ano pa yan, kahit, I guess, if you're not in the right mindset, kung madami kang iniisip, wag mong bigyan ng attention yung mga ganon.
Yeah.
Kasi if it's really important, I think the banks would invite you to come over to their branch.
Yeah.
And not over the phone.
Or they could, it's possible they could follow up with a call, pero normally naman yung mga ganyan, they don't
ask for sensitive information.
Yeah, they don't. And they'll never ask you for your password. Yun. Yung isa sa akin dyan, is once they ask you for a password, ingat ka na. Kasi they will never ask you for your password because they don't need to ask you for your password to access your account if they need to access it for whatever reason. So, yun yung isang red flag sa akin. Kasi I remember nangyari naman sa akin one time, BPI called me.
Okay.
And sabi ng BPI representative sa akin, hey Chris, nalaman nila kasi that I have points on my credit card. And sabi nila they're gonna send me a new card kasi mag-expire na daw yung card ko. Which is true, mag-expire na nga.
Okay.
So I said, okay, no problem. So sir, what we're going to do is transfer the points from your current card to the new card and convert it na to cash.
Wow.
Yeah, because you can convert it to cash.
Okay.
Sayang naman daw. Sabi ko, okay, sige. So, anong kailangan nyo? All we need, sir, is galing pa, sabihin sa'yo, don't give me your, your login information. We don't need that. But but we'll send you, a notification. You have to send back to me the OTP, in
Okay.
other words. Sabi ko,
Pero hindi niya tinawag na OTP.
Hindi niya tinawag. Basta
Okay.
magpapadala kami sa inyo ng SMS. Pag mapadala, sabi mo sa akin kung ano yung number doon.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not doing that. Why do I need to do it? I was like, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. I know, they did ask me pala. I think they did ask me for my password, if I remember correctly.
Wow, okay.
Or the username or password. Ang sinabi ko, why do you need it? Sir, because we're gonna be sending this to you. You can do that in the back end. Padala lang sa akin. With my authorization, papadala mo lang yung points and convert it. You don't need my password. Yes, sir, we do. No, you don't. Sabi ko. Then I called her out na sinabi ko, gago ka nang sa scam ka, Ha, scammer ka, no? Sabi, umamin ka sa akin. Pagkasabi ko, biglang binagsakan na lang ako. Una sinabi niya, hindi po. Tapos binagsakan ako, eventually. So, yun ang ingatan nyo, the way they do it. Pero now, alam mo ba yung worst scam?
Alin?
Yung they are able to intercept the phone, so from like a official, like a GCash, they can intercept the GCash to go to your phone. So in other words, hindi GCash yung nagpapadala ng notification sa'yo, but it is from GCash's account. Na biglang magkakaroon ka ng notification saying to you, you won something. Click here, blah, blah, blah.
Globe points.
Parang ganon.
Parang GCash points.
Yeah, pero it's literally from GCash. But they're able to intercept here in the middle to send you the signal. GCash doesn't see it. Ganun kagaling ang technology ngayon. I think if I remember correctly, that technology should be yung IMSI ata tawag doon, Integrate International Mobile Subscribers Information or something like that.
Parang naha-hijack nila.
Yes,
Parang
they can
ganon.
literally intercept the signal or the information from the middle to access you.
Okay.
That it looks like it's coming from them. Ganun kagaling.
Nangyari yun sa friend ko. Kasama ko siya parang 2 weeks ago. Sabi niya, paano ko i-claim yung Globe points ko? Mag-expire na daw tomorrow. Tapos chinek ko yung text. Sabi ko, uy, scam yan. Kasi may link.
Yan. Pag may
Yan.
link. So yun yung red flag, ano? Pag may link. So it was so bad that even Globe and even GCash sent a notification and nag-press release sila. Sinasabi that if you get a message from us,
That's not us.
that's not us. Even if it's from us, basta may link, huwag mo i-click ang link. Kasi may kaibigan nga ako na na-scam na nga that way.
Okay.
That they actually clicked on the link. And nung tinanong ko, sabi ko, ano ba tong link na kilik ko? Baka naman di galing sa GCash. Sabi, hindi, galing talaga sa GCash. And when I saw the screenshots, I'm like, oh God, galing nga sa GCash.
Tunay, oo.
Kasi nga, it has the whole history of all the GCash notifications sa official. But, sabi ko, the difference was this, pag tinignan mo yung link, the link is not a GCash link. And GCash will never ask you to go to a link. Everything is done through the GCash app. That's it. Pag link yan, hindi yan GCash.
Correct.
So, yun yung importante dito that people realize that mag-ingat talaga. Basta may link, iwasan nyo talaga yon.
Kahit ano pa, mukha pang official.
Yeah, so, pero tama yung sinabi mo that I think people, when they're doing something or distracted, do not try to do another transaction when you're distracted. Diba? Kasi that's the hard part So na-scam ka na ba? Lahat mga muntik pero na-scam ka na ba, Boodle Queen?
Na-scam na ba ako? Parang hindi pa. Thankfully, fortunately, hindi pa talaga.
Wow, I feel like such
I
a
know a lot of
sucker.
people, even my family, they've been scammed before. Mga online transactions din sa FB. And yung nakakagulat nga doon, hindi nga high-ticket items na sa scam pa. Kunwari, bibili ka ng matcha. Alam mo yung matcha?
Yeah.
Green tea. Nang sa scam pa sila. Magkano yun? 800 lang yun
Oh my God.
Pati mga ganon.
Papatulan nila yun.
Oo. Ako din minsan when I'm buying something online, kapag less than 1,000 naman, wala na akong I'll send the payment na, for example. Kasi maliit lang Maliit lang na amount. Hindi ko akalain na masascam pa ako sa ganun.
Yeah.
So, ikaw, na-scam ka na ba?
Maraming beses,
Maraming
actually.
beses na.
Kaya nga I feel like a sucker kasi I got scammed so many times Yung mga iba, nakalusot ako. May iba naman hindi. So in crypto, I got scammed. It's called P2P. P2P is when you buy and sell USDT, US dollars in crypto. Tapos how it works is, let's say I'm selling my USDT to convert it to pesos. So ikaw naman, ikaw yung bibili ng pesos sa akin. Okay? Ikaw yung bibili ng USDT sa akin.
Okay.
So babayaran mo ko in pesos, I'm gonna give you the USDT.
So,
Okay?
parang money exchange?
Parang ganon.
Okay.
Pero online.
Okay.
So on the exchange that we use, ang safety dito is hindi ko i-release yung USDT hanggang bayaran mo muna ako.
Okay.
Ang protection mo naman, if you go through the exchanges, pag nagbayad ka tapos hindi ko na-release yung USDT sa'yo, within 24 hours, the exchange will release it on my behalf.
Okay.
Ang tawag doon, escrow. So pag kunwari, hindi ko nirelease yung USDT tapos binayaran mo na ako, di ba? Tapos nag-complain ka sa site, sinabi, ba't di pa ako binabayaran? Within 24 hours, they're gonna contact me as soon as you file a complaint. Sasabihin, ba't di mo binigay? Anong proof mo na hindi ka pa binabayaran? Kung hindi ko ma-prove na hindi pa ako nababayaran, they can release it on my behalf. And they will also ban me. So if I'm selling you a USDT tapos hindi ko nire-release, mababan ako from selling USDT.
Okay.
So it's in my best interest to make sure to comply. Okay. Kasi may pera ako doon, siya mag-comply ako. So ito yung nangyari sa akin. This buyer says, "Hi, I'm buying your USDT. Click buy." Okay, sabi ko, okay, inaantay ko yung payment.
Okay.
Nagpadala siya screenshot, bayad na. I was in the middle of a meeting. Sabi niya, "Excuse me, how come you haven't released?" I was in a meeting. I'm like, wait, hold on. Let me have a look. So tinignan ko yung GCash screenshot. Okay, napadala na. I'm in a meeting. Can you please release the USDT now? What's going on? Why aren't you releasing it?
You're rush
Badgering you na.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm like, okay, hold on. Sandali lang, excuse me, may kausap ako. Excuse me lang for a second, I have to finish this. Okay, click, send. And then as soon as I said send, I was like, wait a minute. I haven't opened GCash to check kung napadala nga talaga. I just assumed na napadala because he sends me a screenshot na pinadala. And I'm like, and when I open my GCash, I'm like, but wala pa. And GCash is instantaneous. Wala pa. I'm like, oh my God.
Hindi mo na mababalik yun.
Wala na. Hindi ko na mababalik talaga. USDT yan eh.
Oo.
Easily, they can pull it out of the exchange and send it anywhere else, which they did. Wala na. And then that account, wala na. Gone. So I lost $500.
Wow, that's...
Hassle.
Hindi man lang
Hassle.
pesos.
$500 worth. Oh. So pesos yung dati pinadala sa akin. Wala akong nakuha. And I was just like, son of a... So ang lesson ko doon ay, huwag kang gumagawa ng transactions kung distracted ka, number one. Number two, pag
Minamadali ka?
Pag minamadali ka, that's already that's a red flag. Pag minamadali ka, huwag ka pumayag. Pag hindi mo na-receive, huwag kang magpapadala. Like what you did. I didn't get it. I am not sending you anything. Mag-away tayo. Punta tayo sa korte. Dahil I can tell you, kahit pumunta tayo sa korte, mag-open pa tayo ng bank account, wala akong nakuha from you. Screw you. Walang, okay, pasensya na, Pap. Wala. Nope, I didn't receive it. You're not getting anything from me. Dapat ganun kayo ka-harsh. Okay? Walang Mr. Nice Guy dito. I learned that the hard way. I'm like, nope. So that's one scam. Maraming beses ako na scam. Kaya nga parang, I wanted to invite Daniela kasi ang daming beses ko na scam. It's like a therapy session for me. Na para matuto na kayo. Oo. Na huwag kayo ma-scam. So yun yung isa. So that's just one of several.
Okay.
So in crypto, maraming scams talaga. Kaya nga I don't blame people that are in crypto or that are not in crypto saying maraming nasa scam kayo sa crypto because marami talagang scam. So yun, that's the one in crypto. Kwento ko na rin sa itong magandang scam na nangyari while I was campaigning.
Okay.
So di ba nangangampanya ako for councilor, di ba? In the last election. Naalala ko itong scam na to. Hindi ko lang kinuwento until now. Kukwento ko na. Ay, yung nangyari sa akin nun, may bumisita sa akin na isang Muslim.
Okay.
Matandang Muslim na may cap, the whole outfit. Dumalaw sa campaign headquarters namin. At dito sa pagdalaw niya, inantay niya talaga ako. Yung mga volunteers ko, Sir, may sa Muslim community, andito ngayon, gusto ko daw makausap. Ako kasi pumunta ako. Sabi niya, pagdating ko doon, biglang, hala, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Tapos hug pa.
Okay.
Tapos, God bless you in whatever. May sinasabi sa akin. Tapos, may beso-beso pa on both cheeks. Hindi ko alam kung ganun ba ang tradition nila o ano. And I'm just sitting there and I'm trying to be accommodating. So,
hinihintay ka daw kasi.
Inantay pa ako talaga, 30 minutes. Kaya I didn't know. So, nagkukwentuhan kami. Tapos sabi niya, Chris, I want to help you. I believe in your cause. I think that you have the heart of a leader and nakikita ko sa'yo na mabait na tao ka. Ang gaganda ng mga words niya. Believe me. Na nakikita ko na talagang gusto magserbisyo para sa taong bayan at dahil doon, gusto kitang tulungan. Ako po ay leader ng Muslim community sa Mandaluyong. Okay? Nakikinig pa rin ako pero nawiwirdohan na ako. Pero ayoko naman, noong time na yun, bago lang ako eh. Hindi ko pa alam. One of the first few times na na-approach ako ng mga tao na gustong tumulong sa akin. So I accept everyone and listen to everyone. Then sabi niya sa akin dito sa kanyang pagbibigay tulong, sabi niya, nabalitaan ko nga sa volunteer niyo na kailangan niyo ng kotse at ng speakers para mag-play ng jingle para paikutin sa Mandaluyong. May pick up kasi ako. Wala nang charge sa yan. Don't worry, hindi na kita. Kahit gas ako na magbabayad. Okay, sabi ko, mahal yun na gas. Pickup truck, full tank, 4,000 yan. And kung araw-araw ka mag-iikot, at least siguro makakadalawa, 3 tank. So, 2 tanks of gas, sabihin na natin. So, 8,000 pesos, sabi ko, okay. So, in my head, gino-compute ko na to. Sabi niya, anyway, Chris, walang problema yun. I'll do it for you. Yung mga volunteers ko nakikinig, palakpakan sila. Oh, wow!
Nag-celebrate na.
God's answered prayers to us kasi naghahanap nga kami ng kotse. Tapos gusto ko pumunta ka sa congregation namin. This Sunday, by the way, ikakasal na ako this Sunday to my 3rd or 4th wife. I don't know what he said. Something like that. And ganito na lang, para pakilala kita din sa community ko, gagawin kitang ninong kung okay lang sa'yo. Parang to give credibility to my endorsement of you. Okay, tapos iaakit ko yung kamay mo sa habang pagkatapos ng kasal at sabihin ko na ine-endorse kita. I'm like, okay. Pero ito lang ang kinihingi ko, Chris, if it's okay with you, don't give me money. I don't need money as a sponsor. Kasi nga pag ninong, usually nagbibigay pera. Pero you don't have to give me money. Kasi hindi naman pwede yun. Ako talagang hindi pwede. Pero kung gusto, pwede ka mo mag-donate ng kambing para sa feast. Okay, pwede naman siguro kambing. And in my mind, sabagay, babayaran mo yung gas ng kotse.
Ano ba naman yung kambing?
Oo, magkano ba itong kambing? Yung kambing kasi around 7,000. Pero I can buy it in Cavite for 3,500. Ay, sige po, baka pwede naman po. Sige. So here's how it ends, guys. So he goes, anyway, Chris, God bless you. Nag-picture taking pa kami. And then umalis siya. Sabi ko, bakit nagko-commute lang siya nung pag-alis niya?
Okay.
Pero marami ng red flag sa utak ko na hindi ko lang pinapansin. Sabi niya pupuntan daw siyang Cavite. Bigla tumawag siya, andito na ako sa Baclaran. Pero parang it was less than 30 minutes.
Nakarating agad siya
Nakarating
doon.
sa Baclaran. I was like, wait, nakahanap daw siya ng kambing doon. Pero 4,000 daw, hindi 3,500. Kaya ba? Hago 500 pesos more. Ay, sige, ito na yung padala mo na lang yung bayad para makuha ko na yung kambing. Tapos daling ko sa'yo bukas yung kambing. Sabi ko, okay. So pinadala ko yung GCash. Tapos pagpadala ko, I was like, parang may mali. Something's weird. I was so off about this. Pero I was busy driving. Again,
That's a number
distracted. The number one rule, pag distracted ka, huwag ka nagtatransactions. And then I started questioning my life choices. Life choices talaga. Doon ko na nasabi na, teka lang, it's weird, he was already senior citizen. He must be at least 65. At ikakasal pa siya ulit. Number 1. Number 2, ikakasal na siya this Sunday, 4 days from that time. And wala pa siyang kambing.
Hindi siya prepared.
Oo, prepared.
Oo.
Parang okay. Parang ano papakainin niya. Tapos, number 3, nakarating siya ng Baclaran in less than 30 minutes. Number 4, wala siyang kotse and yet he says to me he has a pickup and he has a business. I had a bad feeling pero natatawa ako because sabi ko sa sarili ko, baka naman dumating yung kambing bukas. Malay mo. The next day shows up, no kambing.
You never saw him again?
No, I never saw him. Sunday, ito na yung kasal. Sabi ko, mali mo, tumawag siya. He did text.
Okay.
And I'm like, yun, nag-text na si Kuya.
Totoo
Tuloy
yung
na yung
kambing.
kasal. He texts, hi Kuya, ito po yung pamangkin ni Ami Iman at na-aksidente po siya. Nasa ICU po siya ngayon. Humihingi po kami ng tulong. Ganyan nga, ayan na, alam ko na na-scam nga to. Ang lakas ng loob.
Okay.
Wala na, hindi ko na sinagot. Budol na to, block na lang.
Hindi na nag-send ng picture.
Wala na. Usually nga nagsasend, di ba?
Oo.
Wala na, hindi nagsend. Yun na, that was it. I was like, block, ayoko na. I'm not that affected, to be honest with you. Why? Kasi I learned a lot from this. And for me, it was my tuition fee para matuto na wag magpapabudol. At ito yung isang lesson ko dito. Yung sinustroke niya yung ego ko. By telling me how amazing I am, how good I am, how beautiful my lovely partner is, and everything. Yung ang galing niya. Doon ko na-realize, and that was my biggest lesson. Never allow your ego to dictate your decisions. And I'll admit, nadala ko dun. And that was my ego being stroked. Doon ko na-realize gaano karaming nambubudol talaga dito sa mundong to.
I remembered something when you said about the stroking your ego part because I remembered yung nanay ko na scam siya. She was like a principal in my high school. And yun then, same din with you. She was fed all of the stories that she wanted to hear. And I was really young when that happened. Pero naalala ko, nagpapadala pa ng cake yung principal sa bahay namin. Nililibre pa kami. Hinahatid pa nga ako sa bahay. And then, we were close kasi she also had kids and then we would play together. We knew where she lived.
Oh my
She lived in the
gosh.
same village. And then, hindi na ako masyadong aware what happened, but my mom ended up giving her alahas.
Oh, no.
So, may mga, siya doon, I think yung mga alahas ko nung baby ako, my mom kept it. So, I really don't know what happened, but my mom ended up giving all of her jewelries to her. And then, I think, after a while, she got a little fishy na parang, bakit parang hindi na to nagpapadala? Hindi na bumabalik yung pera niya. And when we went to their house, kasi nga we were living in the same village, wala, hinakot na nila yung gamit nila.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't see them again after that.
Oh, grabe. What about other scams online? Ano yung mga nakikita mong common scams right now?
Yung sa WhatsApp,
WhatsApp?
tatanungin ka nila, do you want a day job? Name drop pa sila ng mga brands. Like, I work
Yes.
at Lazada, I work at Shopee, I work at Facebook, kunwari.
Yes.
And then, we just need a simple task. Laging ganun, simple task.
Ano yung task?
Usually, magpapa-screenshot lang. Either may ipapa-like, papa-heart,
Okay.
tapos send ng screenshot. And then, sasabihin nila, oh, once you send the screenshot, we'll give you 50 pesos per like from GCash. So, nare-receive talaga nila yung pera.
Pero maliit-liit lang, di ba? Mga 150,
Oo,
200.
parang 50 nga ata.
50
lang.
okay.
But it was enough to keep the
The victim.
the victim enticed.
Okay.
Diba? And then, ang mangyayari from what I know is, kunwari, they'll give you a bigger task and then sabihin nila, oh, kapag ginawa mo to, you'll get 500, kunwari lang. And then, pag ginawa nila yung task na yun, sasabihin nila, oh, pero bago mo to makuha, kailangan mo muna mag-deposit.
Okay. And that's where the scam happens. Because once you
Yes.
deposit,
May sunk cost fallacy, parang na-mention natin yun last time nung nag-usap tayo na if you want to explain what sunk cost fallacy is,
go ahead, please.
ikaw na lang.
Ay, okay. Sige. So, yung sunk cost fallacies, nalagay mo na yung pera. At ngayon, ang susunod nila gagawin is sabihin, ay sir, nagka-problema tayo. Diba? And then, ano na lang, kailangan mo magdagdag lang para makuha na itong buong amount. And ang iniisip mo kasi, sunk cost, nalagay mo na yung pera at nandun na rin naman, let's say 5,000, dadagdag ka na lang ng another 1,000, sige na. Napasubo ka na eh.
Na-invest
Didagdagan
mo na
lang
yung ano
ng-
mo.
O, dagdagan mo na, makukuha mo na. Ito na, last 1,000 na lang. Lagay mo na. Paglagay mo, wala ka pa rin makukuha. And then, bye-bye, good luck, goodbye na lahat yon. Yun. Ngayon, yung mahirap dyan is, they try to reel you in first with a little bit.
Yes.
Inaambunan ka muna.
Oo, ng mga tingi-tingi.
And that's the typical scam, whether it's online or offline. That's been a long-standing scam. Nag-uumpisa palagi yan na may makukuha kang return sa investment mo. Sa investment, ganyan ang ginagawa ng scam. Sabihin na sa'yo, o pag mag-invest ka nito, makakuha ka ng say 10% return. So bibigay talaga lang yung 10% sa first month. And then second month, bibigay ulit na yung 10% mo. So 20% na. Third month, bibigay yung 10% mo. By this time, you're like, wow, I'm getting 10% a month. So sabihin mo, 3 months binabayaran ka naman and 30% na nabalik na. So 70% lang natira. And you're thinking, I'll add more. Ayan na. When you add more, ayan
Ayun
na.
na ang sunk cost.
Then when you add more, then suddenly, the money stops. So yun yung problem sa mga scam is that they first bait you. Aambunan ka ng konting pera para madala ka, maingganyo ka, and then you're gonna add more money. At ang daming ganong scams ngayon. Ngayon, yung iba naman na scams are, the newest one is, have you heard of ProCap?
Yes.
You have heard of
Yes,
ProCap?
I've read the article yesterday.
Okay. Oh, what's your take on that?
Well, I feel like if you're not knowledgeable kasi, it really does sound like a good idea. It's like you're playing and you're getting the enjoyment and of course the extra cash for it with the insurance pa. Na kapag natalo ka, you can get your money back. Pero kasi
Parang no risk.
Parang parang unrealistic, no?
So, yung nangyari doon is with ProCap, tama naman yung statistics nila. If you're playing Baccarat and you bet once and you lose, you bet again. If you still lose on the second try, you bet again on the third, fourth, and up to 7 tries. If you hit the 7th try, 98% ang percentage of hitting the winning number. You will hit that. Mananalo ka if you bet 7 times. Statistically proven yan. So, it's true naman. Now, ang ginawa ng ProCap is sinasabi nila, pag hindi ka tumama on the 7th and you hit the 2% na hindi ka tumama, they'll cover it with the insurance. The insurance, you fund it kasi they take half of all your winnings. So that's how they fund the insurance. And it's because insurance, maraming taong kasama dyan. So may iba na nanalo, tuloy-tuloy, may iba na tatalo. Therefore, they can fund it. Okay. So it kind of makes sense, but I'm not sure about the statistics on that. Kung mas maraming ang natatalo versus nananalo when you take it in its totality. Pag singular, yes, it makes sense. Pero kung 100 of you na, is it 50% or over 50% are earning? But what about how many are losing? Hindi ko alam if it's mutually exclusive or not. So may mga ganung issues na hindi ko pa ma-figure out. Unless you're a statistician, baka ikaw kaya mo i-run the numbers. Pero ako hindi ko alam yung numbers on. Pero what made it sound fishy was suddenly, hindi lang pala yun ang pera na pwede mong pagkakitaan. Pwede ka din kumita pag nagpasok ka ng mga other players.
Referrals.
Yes,
Okay.
you'll get referral fees. So your referral fee mo goes 1 level or 2 levels down, a certain percentage of what ProCap makes, you, as the one that referred, will get a cut of that.
Of the winnings.
Of the winnings
Okay.
from ProCap's share. I was like, okay. And then when I went to their office and pinapakita nila sa akin yung yung mga kinikita nila, which is totoo naman kumikita sila, majority was from the affiliate or the referral rather than the winnings. And I'm like, teka. You're making more money from referring people than you are from winning.
More affiliate means more cash flow for them.
Yes.
Okay.
So sa akin, it was weird lang because if you're making more money from the referral than the actual game, where's the money coming to pay from the referrals? So yun na yung nagdududa na ako because that means that's money from people putting money in rather than winning necessarily in the game. Anyway, I didn't do it. Long story short, I didn't do it. And today, they're closed. Not only are they closed, they're being charged with estafa, if I'm not mistaken. And the company is, wala na. Nobody got paid. Billions are lost. Billions. Hindi na bayaran. Ayun na. So the scam is now out there in the open.
So it collapsed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It
So it
collapsed.
was a Ponzi from the start.
Yes, it was a Ponzi.
Okay.
The money that they were using to pay out all of these people was coming from all the new people they were coming in, which enticed them to bring in more people because of the affiliate or the referral links or the referral fees that they were getting. And that's what really, turned out to be the Ponzi scheme. It was so bad. And for me, that's the lesson there. Na parang, pag may nakita kang too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
Totoo. Dapat may critical thinking din. But I feel like with Ponzi schemes, most of the time, it's our friend's referral that makes us, give in.
Yes, totoo. It is always that, Kasi nga, friends ko nga naman yung nag-invite sa akin. And they were making, and one of them did make naman, pero nung sinubukan na niya i-cash out nga, at the end, yung kinakabahan na siya, wala na siya ma-cash out. Na-cash out niya, nabawi niya yung pera niya. Thank God, nabawi pa nga niya. But that's it. So, the pyramid eventually will collapse. It's a house of cards. So, that's how it is. My God, Daniela, alam mo na, realize ko we can talk for hours about this.
Correct.
So many conversations. But guess what? I'm sure you guys realize we're out of time. Is there any last word you want to say to our audience when it comes to budol from the good side and the bad side? So you can address our audience right now. And i-promote mo na rin kasi you're gonna be doing more podcasts or more
Yes.
long-form content, right?
Hopefully. I'm really making that into my, I'm including that in my content this year. Pero regarding to what you were saying, for good budol's, I feel like first, if you want to be budoled in a good way, you have to first check the account. Tingnan mo kung kamusta ba yung mga recent postings nila, or you could scroll and see what kind of products they're promoting, if may integrity ba yung creator, if they're known for being honest, diba? I feel like that's very important. And then for the bad side of budol naman, please just remember yung signs na sinabi namin kanina ni Chris, which is very important. First, become a critical thinker and don't do anything sensitive when you're distracted. So yan, yung mga cash out, cash in, yung may mga OTP, so huwag kayong magta-transfer habang kayo ay may ibang ginagawa, 'di ba? I forgot to mention yung GCash may feature na siya for anti-scamming, which is yung parang G-Insure.
Yeah, Insure, yeah.
Oo. So when you send money, you can choose to pay an extra fee, and then kapag pag na-scam ka, we have the option to get your money back. Pero I don't think it's top of mind for people to tick that box when you're sending money.
Actually, I was gonna say, magaling yung ginawa ni GCash because it's called negative option. So meaning, naka-check na siya. And most people don't realize na naka-check siya.
So it's enabled lang.
Yeah, so GCash is making extra transaction fees for that because they know that the odds are, because it's a negative option, most people that are sending are just sending mindlessly, and because they don't care and they just go pam send, okay na yan. And they know that the percentage of wrong sends or scam sends is smaller compared to the legitimate sends. So that's why they do the negative option. You have to be the one to click it off, and I click it off. Ha?
In-off mo nung sa kambing. Yung nag-send ka
Yes. Yes, actually. Yun lang. If I turned it on, would I have been able to get it back? Do you think? I don't know
I believe so. Because they have that option.
And sa tawagan ko lang, nabudol ako, mali, ganun. So, that's an interesting question. Now that I think about it, nga, did I
We should experiment. I'll send you money later.
Yeah. And then click mo yan, ano? Great. But with that, thank you, Daniela, for your time. And do you want to invite them to your new channel or your YouTube channel where you're going to be posting a lot of this, or where you're going to be posting more of your long-form content?
So for long form, I am gonna be doing it on my official YouTube channel. I only have one YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's I'm Daniel Roy, and for my socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it's Daniela.Roy. You will see my honest and good boodles there. We don't like the negative boodles.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much for your time, Daniela. And I appreciate your time, and I'm sure you guys learned a lot from it. Guys, kayo, ano ba yung mga budol na nangyari sa inyo? Kwento naman nyo lahat yan. Sulat nyo lahat yan sa comment section sa ibaba. At pag nagustuhan nyo mga ganitong klaseng content, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the notification bell so you're notified of my latest videos. Thanks so much, everyone. This is Chris Tan with Daniela. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Thank you.